Hi, this is Pastor James. I have a message for my church family coming up this Sabbath. That is September the 3rd. Robert Broom is going to be speaking. He's one of our elders, and he's going to be speaking. The title is called Coincidence or Providence, based off of Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. In my Bible, it says, "A man's steps are of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way?" I really can identify with this in my own life. I can remember back when I was a college student. My plan was my sophomore year, or between rather my sophomore and junior year, to go and work at Camp Kalakwa. I had worked there the previous summer, but I didn't get the position at that time that I was hoping for, and there were good reasons for that, as it turned out. I was hoping to go in and be the assistant director, at least for the aquatics program there. I was a lifeguard. I didn't get that, and I was a little bit upset and kind of felt like I had been overlooked. And a friend of mine, in hindsight, they probably had their reasons for this actually, but a friend of mine invited me to come work at the camp that he was working at, called Leone Meadows, in California. And I went and worked there. I interviewed, went well, and I flew out there in that summer to work. I had my eye on another girl actually that was living out there, and then I get to camp and I had my eye on somebody else entirely. You think there's been something wrong with me at this point, and you'd probably be right, but it was there that I met, by actually an accident almost, and got to know the person I would eventually be married to, my wife, Mary Lynn. She and I were put together to take care of a boys' cabin because their counselor, who was also a horse wrangler, had done something he wasn't supposed to do during their rodeo, if you will. He had to go back and fix up what he had done wrong, and he had to pay the consequences for that. Didn't get fired or anything like that, but it's just something he had to take care of. So they asked us, hey, just look over this cabin, 30 minutes, whatever. He'll be here shortly. So I got the boys to bed, obviously, and we just kind of sat outside waiting for them to come, and a great conversation ensued. We discovered we had the same birthday. We had some things in common, both being raised in Adventist education, our parents working in it, and we just hit it off. And I look at this and I think, I had my steps all laid out for me. It was not a coincidence that I didn't get the one job, or that I did get the other, or that I would meet the woman I would marry. I still believe that was providence. God has his ways for all of us. He has a plan for all of us, and sometimes they don't go according to the plan that we had for ourselves. But I think in the end, God's providence is so much better than our plans. I know that Robert has a wonderful message for you, and I know you'll be blessed. Pastor Freddie and myself, we are going to be helping to lead out with many of the aspects, including speaking and leading in praise and worship with our kids at Camp Kalakwa for family camp this year. Please keep us in your prayers, and please pray that you are in the Lord's providence every day of your life. God bless.